Life 180 teens. I hope that you guys are good and doing well. Today's topic was simply just about a quick overview on some things coming up, but also we talked a little bit about baptism, and we talked a little bit about walking by faith and not by sight. And we also talked a little bit about some things that I learned when I was on vacation to the Bahamas. So we're gonna get straight into the video. If you have not already, please feel free to join us in person. If you are new here, just checking out the video coming across your YouTube screen. But if you are a part of the family, hopefully we see you guys soon in person at 8:45. All of the information to follow us on social media and to connect with us in person will be in the description box below. Without further ado, while I was on vacation, for those of you guys that are aware that I was in the Bahamas on a cruise, like I told the class earlier today, I definitely learned a few things. I learned that in the US versus overseas, a lot of times we kind of see things at its worst or dramatized at its worst when it comes to the news in other countries. And a lot of times we kind of get that notion of who are these people and why don't they speak English and this, that, and the third. But when I went over to the Bahamas, it was not any of that energy. They were welcoming, they were warm, and it felt like home, and they definitely had that hospitality factor going on, where they wanted to make sure that I was good, whether it be to let me know where the closest food market was, the closest vendor, to show me around if they were a vendor. They were so interested in not just because I was somebody coming from being a tourist over there, but just somebody in their neck of the woods, and they wanted to make sure that I enjoyed myself while being there. But also, for a lot of them, that's what they do for a living. They make sure that people enjoy themselves when they come over there. So we went on a quick tour on a carriage and horse ride through a little bit of the city and then closer to the shopping center. And I learned about like a lot of different things from some of their hospitals. Depending on your insurance, it can cost anywhere from $100 to XYZ to be seen. Also, they talked a little bit about things about their police system and things of that nature, their religion, and so on and so forth. So that was different. But also, like I said, the one thing that I would take away is that they value the things that we take for granted here in the US. The fact that they focus on building their community. They focus on their ambitions and goals. Everybody is driven to do something with their time, whether they be in school, whether they be working, or whether they, try to do things for honest living. Also, a lot of the things that we see on TV about different foreign countries, I didn't really see that when I went over there. And maybe because I was in a better part of town, but when I was over there, like I said, they had normal shops and stuff. They had regular, schools and things, so it wasn't super like low budget and the bare, down to the bare minimum, the bottom of the barrel, whatever you want to call it. It was none of that. Like, they had fully functional stores and cash registers. They worked like just anybody else, and they were actually enjoying the fact that they worked. Over here, you got a lot of people who don't want to work, but over there, they are happy to make an honest living and happy to provide for their family by going to work. And they had normal jobs just like we did, outside of, like I said, some of the tourist jobs where they help people sightsee and go find different things and be transportation for different people. Also, they take religion very seriously over there. They I feel like majority of the morning that I was over there, because I was over there from like 8:15 to like 4:30 in the afternoon. And majority of that morning, at no matter what shop I went to, they had praise and worship music like seriously playing in all of the stores, and they really were like feeling it. Sorry. So take that into consideration. Also, the fact that you never know what other people are going through. Like I said to the others earlier today, regardless of whether they be a foreigner or not, whether they be born in the U.S. or not, that doesn't give you a right to look down on them and or treat them any different than they would treat you if you went over to their country. So be mindful moving forward of how you treat other people, especially when we're in such a touchy, sensitive era now where everything can be taken out of proportion if somebody is having the wrong type of day and or is going through some things and haven't really done what they needed to do with those emotions. So try your best to treat people how you would like to be treated, even if they don't treat you that way. Speak to people. Also be mindful of those people that tend to be loners because no one speaks to them, whether it be someone at school or somebody that you see at church or whatever the case may be. Like, don't make them feel even worse than in most cases than they already feel, because no one wants to talk to them. Especially when it comes to whatever they have going on, whether it's the clothes that they wear or the way that they talk or the language that they speak or the things that they believe in. What else did we talk about? We also talked about the fact that a lot of people have been baptized in the last month or so, and we should encourage and celebrate those that get baptized, especially at such a pivotal point in life as a teenager between the ages of 13 and 18, where you guys are beginning to make decisions for yourselves that suit you, but also be aware that not everybody makes that decision because you make that decision. So even though, as most of us know, when you get baptized, it is a form of making it public what has already been done when you guys choose to make a change and choose to really put your trust in God and really acknowledge that Jesus is your Lord and Savior and things of that nature. When you get baptized, you go under and you come back a new creature, but at the end of the day, you came up as a new creature. Your spirit came up as a new creature. You have been given a tool that is going to help you better navigate through life, as opposed to how it was before, where you were just doing things on your own. Now you have help. And a lot of people forget that you need all three. You don't just need to receive salvation by just saying it through your mouth, but you also need to be baptized so that you can allow His Spirit to also be a part of your being, so that it's just not you out of flesh winging things, but actually you allowing His Spirit to rest, rule, and abide in your life daily. And so you don't have to do things that you used to do anymore because of not being aware of certain things. Now you're able to have a little bit more insight than you did before. And like I said, you need to celebrate those moments just like you would celebrate when it comes to getting in a relationship with someone. It's the same thing. You want to make it public. You want somebody to know that you're taken. You want somebody to know that that's your boyfriend, that's your girlfriend. It's the same thing with our relationship with God. When we do that very public thing, when we decide to get baptized, it's one of those things where you want to share that with other people. You want to let other people know that, hey, this is my relationship, and I love the relationship which I am in, so much so that I want to make it public, and I want to make a vow to not only, show other people around me, but for those that are close to me to know that I'm serious about trusting God in his entirety, but also I'm serious about letting him in and having his way in me and through me through his spirit. So there's that. So anytime that somebody gets baptized, please encourage them and also celebrate them, because a lot of times people are doing this alone. They're choosing to get baptized as an individual, but they go back around friends or family members that haven't been baptized, haven't been saved, and so they look at them differently, because it's like, you know, the things that you used to like, you might not like anymore, and or even if you like those things, now you have some sort of feeling that this isn't for you anymore, or it doesn't hit the same as it used to. So take that into consideration for those that are newly baptized, that this is something new for them. They've never done this before. Even those that have done it before, this might be different this time for them. And so it's always great if you guys can do your best to be a part of encouraging the change, but also helping celebrate this very pivotal point in their life where they're choosing to make a major decision that can possibly make their life a little bit better than it used to be, because now they have guidance, now they have help, but also they are redeemed and being able to live life free and unashamed of things. Not to say that you guys don't ever go through those situations where it's like, oh, I did that, I feel bad, but you definitely can, you know, turn from those things and really have that conversation with God so that those things can be washed away. Anyway, secondly, we also talked a little bit about walking by faith and not by sight. I don't know why I said sight first. We were going to do an activity. We didn't get a chance to do it today, but that's fine. We'll do it another time. But basically, walking by faith and not by sight is basically not knowing what you're going to do. You just being a person that has gotten directions to do certain things, and that be it. Like, just like when we use our GPS, it always tells us turn left, turn right, but it doesn't tell you, hey, there's a truck over there, hey, there's, you know, a grass area over there, hey, there's, you know, this or that over there. They kind of just tell you where to turn, and that's it. And so they give you the important instructions. Same thing with God. When you choose to allow his spirit in and he begins to direct you, you know, he gives you very specific instructions to do this or do that. And you have to pretty much put your trust in someone that you can't physically see, but trust in this person that is going to be able to guide you through life. And like I said, because you can't see them, you just have to trust that, you know, what you believe is true. So this person is never going to fail you. From personal experience, but also from the more that you endure and the more that you study and learn about God and through your own experiences, you'll learn that he'll never fail you, he'll never leave you, and you're never too far gone to turn back to him. It's never one of those things where you do something bad and God's like, nope, not talking to them ever again, I don't want to hear them. But a lot of times the enemy uses that against us to make us get in our own head, so we're tied up so long that he doesn't even have to do anything else to us. Like, we're wrecking our own brain, thinking about the things that aren't even true. The fact that, you know, we did something bad, but now, like I said, we can turn from those things by repenting, of course, and choose to get help with those things by asking God to forgive us, but also asking him to help us through those things that we've never done before, but also asking him to guide us to, you know, in the right direction and things of that nature. So it can be a little scary for people who do it for the first time, and or for those people that choose to do it a second time but actually fully get invested in it and really trust it. Sometimes you're going to get to those moments where a lot of things that he tells you to do, you might feel silly, you might feel like you look crazy, and you might feel like nobody's gonna believe, you know, things that you do and how you do it and how you're able to get through certain situations in your life. But those are the same situations and miracles that he uses to show other people who he truly is. It's through your belief that other people learn to believe. So like I said, it's one of those things where it's great to have a support system, and it's great to understand that you're not alone in this journey, and it happens to all of us. So yes, you will go through times in your life where you're not so sure. Yes, you will go through times in your life where even though you got baptized and you got saved, the people around you might not necessarily be in that place in their journey, or at all even started their journey, and that's okay. You just have to move forward, understanding, like, do I really want to, regardless of whether that's my day one or if that's my person that we've been close since kindergarten or whatever the case may be, like, if it's not conducive to where you're going, how do I now go back around these same people and go around these same situations and move forward? How about, and I'll give you a tip for that, you have to begin to distance yourself from those things. Not in the sense of you can't say, hey, how you doing, have conversations, or ever go anywhere or do anything together. But when you start getting that gut feeling that you don't want to be at certain places, or you shouldn't be, or you shouldn't do certain things, or that might not be for you anymore, and it's too touchy to something that you've already been delivered from, then you start choosing wisely where you go, what you do, who you hang around with, and what you allow. And that's one of the things that it can be very tricky, because you want to have loyalty to that person that might be a best friend or a close friend or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever the case may be, or even a family member. But if it's not conducive to, which means if it's not helping or benefiting the new journey that you're on, and it's only sabotaging your new journey, then maybe you need to find a new way to get to that journey, even if that means you can't have those people around you for a minute, or you can't go to those places anymore, or you can't do certain things. Like, I can do this, and this, but I can't do this because it's not part of, me being a better me. And you start, it's trial and error at first. Like I said, when you go back into the same world that you just left, to do something a different way. And not everybody is in the same position that you are, making that life decision to change and be a better person and do things differently. They might not be that way, but also you're going to have those people that are going to be like, you changed and you're so different. And that's true. You have changed and you are different, but at the end of the day, you still are that person. You just don't do those things anymore. You just don't react the same way anymore. You don't act the way anymore. You don't speak the same way. Sometimes you might not even look the same way, and that's okay. That doesn't go against the fact that, yes, you used to do those things. Yes, you used to look a certain way. Yes, you used to act and react those way. Yes, you used to look like that. But at the same time, this is a new day and age that mark the time where you no longer want to look like that. You don't want to do those things. You don't want to act like that. Especially something else that I mentioned, and that's people pleasing. And in this era and this generation of young people, we get in that state of mind where we do everything to please everybody else, and we're not even pleased with ourselves. So how is it that you're worried about whether or not somebody's going to talk about whether you have on the nicest or the newest clothes on or not, and those people aren't the people providing those clothes for you? But yet those people with those opinions mean the most to you. Not even realizing, like, they didn't buy that for you. Just be in that state of mind, like, hey, like, I wear this because I like this. I do this because I want to do this. It does not have to make you happy. It does not have to make you want to be my friend. It doesn't have to make you want to do the same things that I do, but this is what I do for me because it makes me happy, because I care about whatever it is that I'm doing and all of those things. Like, it works for me. What works for you might not ever work for somebody else, and it's not supposed to. Two people will never have the same journey, the same walk of life, the same everything in life. It might be similar. It might look similar. Like, y'all might look like y'all might have a lot of things in common, and that's totally normal. But everything won't happen the same for everybody, because everybody is entitled to have their own journey in life. Everybody grows and matures in their own different way. Everybody, grows at different times in life. So don't be surprised that some people are immature to only think about, well, why you got on this shoes, and why you got on these clothes, and why you wear those glasses, and why you wear your hair like that, as opposed to, my hair's not a mess. I wear these clothes because I like these clothes. My mom, dad, grandma, grandpa gave me these clothes. So I'm protecting myself from the weather and all the other things out here when I go outside. So I'm clothed. I'm not naked. I have on clothes. That's all that is to it. Regardless of whether you like it or you hate it, that's fine. But this is what I got on. This is what I wear. This is what I think is cool for me. It doesn't have to be cool for you. And regardless, it could be the most money, it could be the newest, it can be designer and all, and people will still have something to say. So never get stuck in that position where you feel like, am I good enough because they don't think I'm good enough? Because at the end of the day, it only matters that you're good enough for you. Because at the end of the day, as long as you think that you're good enough and God thinks you're good enough, those are the only two people that it matters to. I promise you. Like, yeah, everybody might not agree with it, but as long as you're not killing, stealing, and destroying to make you happy, then sucks that they have an opinion, but they do. Sorry, everybody's gonna have one. But don't let that deter you from being who you are. So with that being said, congratulations to all of those that have gotten baptized up until this point. It's a major decision. It's not easy, and I'm never gonna say it's super easy, because if it was easy, everybody would do it. But it gets manageable and it gets better over time. You learn, you have trial and error, you have to work out the kinks. It's something new, so it's going to be foreign to you at first. And it's never one of those things where it's just going to be, I prayed about it and it happened this way. I thought about it and it happened this way. It's going to require work. So you're going to have to put in the energy, the effort, the time. And you're really going to have to make that choice up in your mind that this is what you're going to do. But it's not just a one day you get baptized and then everything is all good, grits and gravy, and that's the end. No, you got baptized on that Sunday. Now Monday, you have to wake up and decide to make that same choice and still continue to put in work. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the next Sunday, same thing. It's not a quick fix and all heals everything because you did this one day. Now you have to put that into effect every day of your life and still make that same choice. Because it's easy to say, yes, I choose you. Yes, I want to be baptized. Yes, I want to be, led by the Spirit. Yes, I want God to, be the head of my life and all this other stuff, until something happens and then you're like questioning what you believe in the first place. Because it's going to come to a point where you will question those things. But only because in most cases, a lot of people do things out of emotions because it feels good, it feels right. But then when things aren't feeling so right, then they like, oh, did I really want to do this? Is this really for me anymore? When things start rocking, the boat gets a little rocky, things start looking, down before they start looking up, and it's like, now you really see if this is really your decision. And trust me when I say, yes, you're going to have your down moments, yes, you're going to have your up moments, and it's never going to be a dull moment in your life. But at the same time, don't be scared to make that decision because you think that the way that somebody else handles their walk and their journey is going to be the same as yours. And because it isn't, then you're like, oh my God, am I doing it wrong? Because everybody's convicted of different things at different times in life. You might not have an issue with that, but somebody else might have an issue with that. You might not feel like you need to be saved today. Somebody else might feel like they need to be saved today. It's all in your own timing, and there is nothing wrong with that. But make sure that when you guys choose to do these things moving forward, that it's because you want to, not because somebody pushed you to do it or made you do it or whatever the case may be. Like, never let anybody make that decision for you, because at the end of the day, that decision is going to be stuck with you for the rest of your life. So keep that in mind when you move forward. Be nice to people, even out in the lobby area, even, when you go to school or people's jobs. Everybody has something going on. Keep that in the back of your mind every time you connect with another person. Somebody's got something going on. It could either be better or worse than your situation and what you already have going on. So how can I make that better? And you might not be able to give them what they need at that moment in time. All you might have is maybe a smile. All you might have is a hug. All you might have is a, how you doing this morning? Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I'm praying for you. I'll pray with you. Or something, to encourage people, because everybody needs encouragement. Everybody needs love. Everybody needs some form of feeling appreciated, loved, and things of that nature. And sometimes you have to step out of your comfort zone and just be that for somebody else, even if somebody wasn't that for you. I get it. Somebody didn't say good morning to you, so now you're not going to say good morning to anybody. That's not fair, because they didn't do anything to you. That person did. Now why does everybody else have to pay for what that person did? So, like I said, be a little bit more appreciative for the connections that you guys make moving forward, the people that you meet, the things that you're able to have, the things that you already have, whether it be just people in your life, friends, family, teachers, and things of that nature. You have so much stuff going on with school, and it's hard for everybody to want to be there. So make the best out of the situation. Don't be that kid that's acting out for attention. You don't only get attention when you're bad, you get attention when you're good as well. Like, you don't only have to be the class clown. It's okay to be a straight A student. It's okay to be that person that sticks up for that one kid that's getting bullied. It's okay to say, you know what, this person is sitting by themselves at the lunch table. Let me speak to them because they don't have any friends. You never know what impact in their life you'll make just by talking to them that day, because they don't have any friends. Nobody wants to not have any friends. Nobody wants to not have people who support them, who care about them, who appreciate them, who, speak life into them. That's a lonely world out here. And a lot of people are living like that because people are so stuck in, oh, well, I'm not having a good day, so nobody's going to have a good day. Instead of just being like, I'm not having a good day, but hey, let's make the best out of it. And I'm seeing somebody else that's not having a good day, let me help them make the best out of it. Hey, how you doing? My name is such and such. So moving forward, that's all I had time for today. For those that enjoyed the things that were said today, please feel free to give us a thumbs up and like this post, but also feel free to comment your anything that you feel like you would like to share, whether this message was good for you or whether it's something that you needed to hear or something you would like to share with someone else. Also, feel free to hit that share button to a friend, a family member, a loved one, or just randomly share it just because it was a message for you. Also, feel free to check us out in person at Life Abundantly Church. Again, the information about how you can connect with us on social media and in person, the address to the church and our social media handles will be in the description box below. Also, this weekend, this Saturday, we will be having a Easter egg hunt at our church. Feel free to get in touch with us via social media or via in person, so that you guys can be a part of the things moving forward going with Life 180 Teens. Also, check us out on TikTok, and like I said, we are more than welcome to have you, more than glad to have you. I don't know why I said welcome. More than glad to have you, and we'll be welcome just for you to appear and show your face. So love you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. And until next time.